serving Master Chef Warren L. Booker Jr.
Let's see.
Hello, people. This is Warren L. Booker Jr. Thank you so much. We have reached 100 subscribers. Actually, as of today, it's 149. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's keep it going. Good day, people. It's your boy, Master Chef Warren L. Booker Jr. with another episode of the soon-to-be internationally known webcast entitled The Potluck. We're still going strong. Now, I must tell you that this is a pre-recorded show because of my participation in The Color Purple. People, this is a great production. We receive rave reviews, and a lot of people are even coming back buying a second or a third ticket for other nights, and they are selling out. Like this weekend is all sold out. So try to catch that last week because after the 30th, it will be over, unfortunately. So with that being said, I'm going to delve straight in. As you know, here at the Potluck, I always serve an appetizer. And today's appetizer is school rule number 1. At least I know that this was some of the rules, or the rule for the millennials and before that. Keep your hands, feet, and other objects to yourself. Again, keep your hand, feet, and other objects to yourself. How do I know that? How do I remember that? How do I know that's rule number 4? Because I had to write it so many times because I had an issue with keeping my hand, feet, and other objects to myself. And you're going to pick up what I'm putting down indirectly. My book of kebab for today, and this just says what I'm serving up today. There are no refunds on adulthood. Again, there are refunds on adulthood. Come on, Cletus. You knucked and she bucked. Again, there are no refunds on adulthood. Come on, Cletus. You knucked and she bucked. You're probably picking up what I'm putting down, like I stated, because I am going to get my piece of this viral video that is sweeping the nation, that is causing a lot of discussion to take place, a lot of disagreement, and that's okay. It's okay to agree to disagree, and I actually like to argue in the sense of you have an opinion, I have an opinion, and we may find a happy medium, or we may just say we do not agree with one another. So I'm going to show you the video, or the viral video that has been trending, and then we will discuss, or I will discuss the things that I noticed in the video.
Does not apply to everybody else. That's my phone. No, you did not keep nobody else's phone. And you finna give me my shit.
Don't touch me.
That's on my mom.
Don't touch me. Girl, don't touch me. Girl, don't touch me. Girl, Fuck you. Somebody get a fucking teacher. Get a fucking teacher. Get a fucking teacher. Get a fucking teacher. Get a teacher. Get a teacher. Somebody get a teacher. I don't give a fuck. Get out. Get a teacher. Get a teacher. Get a teacher. Get a teacher.
All I keep hearing, she's wrong. She didn't have to do that. That's a kid. Is it? Because that's what grown folks do, is walk up on other grown folks. Does a kid's licks not hurt? If a kid is pulling a trigger, will it not harm or kill someone? Again, there are no refunds on adulthood. So again, it is my belief that a lot of us, and I say us with me included, are addicted to these things right here. We're addicted to them. I have came home several times because I left it. I use my phone for almost everything. So I understand the addiction. The definition of an addiction is continued use despite any negative consequences. Now, in this sense, I mean, my phone has actually caused some negative consequences in my life. I've actually even torn up a car and ruined the motor because I was texting and driving. That's nothing I'm proud of. So again, continued use despite the negative consequences. Now, I try my best not to do that now, or I use text to talk, but still, I can say that, there's probably somewhat of an addiction, because when I get my weekly report on Sundays, I'm shocked by the number of hours that it says that I've been on my phone. Like, no way, 7 hours, 8? No, that's a whole work day. But most people who are addicts say, "Oh, I didn't smoke that much crack. Oh no, I don't drink that much. Oh, I just lost my job, but I could find another. It was their fault." So I'm not going to give you that whole spiel, even though I have a master's in addiction studies about that. But also, speaking of viral videos, I really think that sometimes people are set up, or they set up moments hoping to capture a viral video. I see a child talking about, "You didn't do that to somebody else." We don't know what happened prior to that. We don't know why this child don't have her phone. It could be, okay, we'll just say the lady didn't care for her. It could be that same girl was aggressive towards her earlier and maybe cursed her out or said, "Well, I'm gonna have my mom to do this." But this I do know is that the teacher was in her location, or the substitute was in her location at the desk. The aggressor that I see is that grown child walking up to a teacher. What I saw in the teacher or the sub's hand was a school phone, an office phone, where I can only assume that she was attempting to call the front office, to call the principal, to call security. But before she can do that, she was met by a grown child saying, "Give me my phone," picking up on her, violating her space where she's supposed to be. That child is supposed to be in a child's place, for one, and those places seem to be non-existent because too many people are trying to be their children's friend, in my opinion, or they give them too much. You go out to a restaurant, they're ordering their child a virgin drink. What are they going to have to look forward to when it's time? In my opinion, we give them too much. They're too grown. They don't even leave the room when conversations are taking place like we had to. So they're a child, but they're living a grown life. Therefore, the consequences probably are going to be grown consequences. But again, in my opinion, the aggressor was the child. You walk up to the teacher station, the desk, and then you commence to swinging on her. She used her voice, and your voice can be used as a weapon. She used her voice and said, "Get away from me. Get away from me. Girl, don't hit me." And then what did she do? She swings. To me, at that moment, she signed away her childhood, or her being a child, and she stepped into adulthood. Her lick hurt just as hard at age 15 or 16, or just as bad as it would for a 55-year-old. And again, teachers, officers, adults, they're human. We react. You don't know their backgrounds. I was teased and bullied some in school. So there are some things that happen in adulthood that take me back to that moment. But I am able to check myself sometimes and realize that there are some things I can't do. I'm in the classroom. I've been cursed out. I've been threatened, and it's not okay. But I was able to control myself and try to not let those situations get to that point. But sometimes things happen so quick that, there's nothing you can do about it. I have been in a classroom where there was a student that fought an officer, an active officer with a gun on her waist over a cell phone. And thank God that officer had self-control, because that could have been a lot worse, that ended in death. Oftentimes we are reacting to things and we're not preventing. Respect is a must in life. And to me, it seems to be non-existent nowadays for some reason. People feel like they don't have to do it, or kids feel like they are equals. And again, I think parents are partially responsible for that. You are not an equal to an adult. Now, should you be treated like a human? Yes, you should. But are you equal to an adult? You are not. There time place for you to handle things? Yes, it is. And my mom always told me, "You let me handle grown folks." Now, there were several times that I came home and told my mom about things that had taken place that was unfair. And my mom, okay, and I kind of messed up a little bit, but the video that I just uploaded, we were talking about respect. And in my film, Strange Fruit, it kind of leaves a lot to the imagination for the viewer, but she does briefly touch on respect. Let's see what she has to say about that.
Down in the streets, piece of slaughtered, unseared meat, I worked 3 jobs just to provide for him. I gave him best clothes, best shoes, best games, anything he wanted or needed. I made sure that he had. We talked freely in our home. But respect was a must.
And as you can see, her child was laying in a casket. And oftentimes, I think because of this new rearing and the lack of Medias being in our life and the lack of parents being parents and wanting to be friends, that's how a lot of teenagers are ending up dead in situations that they put themselves in because of their mouth and because of the lack of self control. And some may say, well, the teacher should have had self control. That could be argued, but let somebody hit you. You spend the day in the classroom and see what would you do. Because I'm quite sure, again, a 16, 15-year-old lick hurt just as bad as a lick that you'll receive from a 55-year-old. And that's just my personal opinion. As she stated in here, respect. Respect was a must. But what is respect? Are you wearing clothes that are respectful? Are you required to respect elders? Just because you may not be cursing to me or at me, if you're cursing in my environment, I feel as if that is disrespectful. That's how we were taught. You don't pass by a church or older people blasting inappropriate music. Even as an adult, you don't cuss in front of people who are your elders or our leaders. You just don't do that. But now everybody is so relaxed and it's just okay. And I'm not talking to them, but you're in their space. And because of this, a lot of students are talking about the kids. I put it on my mama, on God. And because you put stuff on God, you ain't putting nothing on your transcript. And we're having to put you on a shirt that's with some wings or some pearly gates because you are dead. And then we have to put money on your GoFundMe because you're ill prepared. You chose to end your life too soon. Now, granted, hindsight vision is 2020. Does this teacher wish she may have done things differently? Maybe. But more people are say deflection was used, in my opinion, by her talking to somebody else, or deflection is used saying, well, she should not have been wearing that. She should have had on underwear. Her dress was too short. Lady did not wake up that morning planning to have to fight a student and straddle a student to hold them to the ground from getting assaulted and battered. Now, some of y'all don't wear underwear. You don't, yeah, but some of y'all don't wear underwear. Oh, she could have had a thong on that was not revealed. It was lost in the sauce. So we don't, that's besides the point. We get so distracted by things that, in my are irrelevant. Now, has she showed up with some powder and grease on her face and no earrings and tennis shoes? I would say, yeah, you came ready to fight, but that's not what I witnessed. I mean, to me, that young girl put herself in a lion's den. Just like if she was in a lion's den in real life, that lion don't care if she's 16, 5, or 55. It just sees an opportunity to get some food, and that's what it's gonna do. And again, her friends said, I thought y'all just sitting there. I don't got your back like that. You probably gave that phone to somebody saying, look, record this. I'm about to go off on her, or record this because a lot of students don't want careers, or I'm not gonna say it's not a career, but they don't want the traditional careers. Everybody wants a viral video. Everybody wants to be a content creator, digital creator, and you can make money in that. I would love to have that as a job. So I'm knocking that. Not knocking that at all. But as I stated earlier, in my opinion, the sub use her voice again as a defense mechanism. Now, when I take my space, then it's fair game. Remember, teachers are human. We have backgrounds. We have issues. We are not perfect. And as you put people in situations, especially where you're striking them naturally, at least for me, I'm going to defend myself. And I personally think that's what that teacher did. That grown child was wrong. She could have waited to get, or she could have contacted the principal. She could have even left out of the classroom, went to the principal's office and say, hey, Miss So-and-so took my phone. She won't give it back. She says she's not giving it back, and that's not okay. Or she could have just waited and went home and, let her mom handle it. Which I am not if she don't do the same thing at home. I'm not surprised if she don't jump on her mother. She was too comfortable doing it. Now, granted, some people are raised a certain way in front of their friends and they show out. But let me tell you one thing. I challenge you to secretly watch your child at school. I challenge you to spend a week. I used to say a day, but spend a week in the classroom and see what you have to deal with on top of curriculum and answering emails and attending. Just spend 1 week in a classroom to see the disrespect that you receive sometimes in your classroom, in the hallways, almost fighting someone. My testimony, but I know I've experienced it, and it goes on in classrooms daily. And I don't want to get on here and just be have a teacher rant, but there's one more video that I want to share with you that I forgot where it took place, but this teacher ended up with broken bones. So is this the way that y'all want to do it? I don't know about y'all. Injured myself last year on April 13th, and I'm still having some trouble. I still feel the pain. It's still not what it used to be. And in certain situations, when you can no longer be good to a job, loses. So is it worth it? Are you going to sit there and let somebody beat you up? I'm not. I'm not that kind.
Oh my God. I swear to God, if you don't get your ass put so sick, don't give me your don't get so sick.
But y'all want to say the kids just like us. They ain't no different than we was. You a damn lie. That mess there would never happen back in the day, especially for no female. Whatever. If you had a dude who was out of control, you might have that. But then the other guys in the class wouldn't let him did it. We'd have stood up and stopped him. That wouldn't have happened. It's different out here today. That child don't come in here to us. Well, the child might have behavior problems. Now, that's a possibility, but most likely that child has been empowered. They don't respect their parents. They don't fear their parents. So they damn sure ain't gonna respect or fear any other authority figure. And that's what you have out here. That's why I respect teachers, man. I respect y'all. They pay y'all way more money. Y'all got the patience of Job. Because as soon as that child invades the space of an adult and you start conducting yourself like an adult, that teacher should have had the freedom to send her little goof ass through a wall.
All right. So with that being said, that teacher was, literally attacked, hair pulled to the ground. Is that what we're supposed to do? Is that what's expected? If that's how you run in your house, then you might need to homeschool and let your kid beat your butt. That is just not cool. It's not okay. That's not okay for anybody to experience that. It's just simply is not. So with that being said, we're at 19 minutes. I don't want to go over 20. So I would just kind of recap on a few things. Everybody's getting a piece of that pie, so I'm gonna get a piece of that pie. And the dessert for today is nobody forced her name. She signed up for that. Nobody forced her name. She signed up with that. And in closing, I do want to personally invite everyone who has attended or is thinking about attending the potluck. I'm not the potluck, but the Color Purple. Get your tickets, please do so. I'm going to close out with this video.
You done in here?
I had a baby boy, Pa. His name's Adam.
Give it to me, man. I'll get rid of him same as I did the first one.
Please, Pa.
You can't take care of no baby girl. Now your mama dead, you got her work to do plus your own. Give me this baby.
All right, there you have it. The Color Purple at the Studio Theater, 320 West 7th Street, Little Rock, Arkansas. This is the revival version. It's running April 13th through the 30th. This is a sold out week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I will say thank you on behalf of the cast for your support. Again, people, thank you for tuning in to the Potluck webcast. Even though this is pre-recorded, put your comments in the comment section, and I will go back and respond and interact with you. I thank you for your support. I thank you for just all that you've done for this webcast. And remember, here at the Potluck, we bring whatever you eat. However, if your food is nasty, we're going to spit it out. We're going to ask who cooked it, and make sure that you never put raisins in the potato salad that you bring to the Potluck table. Have a great day. And I am Master Chef Warren L. Booker Jr. Be blessed. And again, thank you for the love and for the support.